Hey guys, Will Alexander here, and today I'm going to be doing something different. For the first time ever, that is something very different than just CEs, because for now I'm going to be doing different content since, like I said before, CE is not just the main source of this YouTube channel. I'm just doing other content too, so yeah. So I decided to start with this one right here that I had to create. Um, so the first one I'm doing for today, and the thing I'm going to be doing today, is Agents of the E.G.G. Egg Hunt 2020 Worst to Best Eggs that you have to collect in this game. So, what is basically Agents of E.G.G.? Well, basically, it's an Roblox event starting from April the 7th to April 28th in the year of 2020. This is also the second egg hunt that contains dev games. Dev games are basically Roblox games that each contains one egg per game, unlike the main event containing one game with multiple eggs, like 2018 The Grave of Yolk Takes. 2019 was the first one with the dev eggs, but I'm doing the 2020 worst to best ranking. Note, if you have any disagreements of these rankings, then it's fine. It's just my opinion, my basic opinion, and overall my personal opinion. So don't bash on it. Alright? Anyways, what are the rules of this event? Well, basically, they're based in the average of difficulty, in my decision, not by the egg's design, because it's a bit different, and if it's by the egg design, they will be way different and way unfair. How fun they are to collect while the egg, playing the quest, making sure that the quest in this event is not easy or hard for multiple people or for everyone, because I'm trying to be fair. It's also based by if the quest is also by yourself or by teamwork, because not all of them are pretty easy doing this by yourself. And it's just going to be combined with PC, mobile, PlayStation, and Xbox. But I know for a fact mostly people will not be enjoying if I just include PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, since Xbox is very difficult, because or PlayStation, I don't remember, because not all the games are available on Xbox. Mobile is very difficult, so that's why I'm just gonna focus on PC more. And that's it. Those are the rules of the ranking. Without further ado, let's start the ranking. And now, let's just start with the one and only. Out of the 53 eggs, there is a worst egg of them all. And of course, this is, again, my opinion. The worst egg of them all goes to the Fabric of Egg of the New Decade, which is the main game. And the reason why is very simple. You have to collect all 49 of the original eggs at once. Yes, all 49 of them. The only eggs you don't need to collect are the egg launcher eggs, which are 3 of them. Which is basically, that's just not also good as well. But here's also another problem why I hate this one. Because you have to wait until the event is over, which is basically like 4 weeks. I finished the event in like 7 days, which is basically a week. And in May 2nd, you have to wait for a long time to get this egg. Like, this is just very struggling, very stressful. Having all the eggs combined to get this egg is just very impossible. Sure, it does look pretty good as a design, but it's just very difficult to get since you have to collect all 49 of the original eggs, which is a lot of struggling. And that's why many people won't be enjoying this one to collect. So that's why my opinion is the worst one of them all. Now we're going to the spies or horrible eggs. Those are just the similar ways, but a bit better. So that's why that was 53. 52 is the Evoplayer egg of X, Y, and Z. And this egg is also very impossible to get, even though it's in any game possible. The only way to get it is because you need to get it by an egg launcher and by a developer in the game. And developers, aka the main creators, are very difficult to find since there are only very few of these people in the game to have this. And the only way to get it is if you let them wait for you to release their launchers and spawn out the egg. I got this by a creator named Deader Plays in the game of E.G.G. So, yeah. But still, it is going to take you a while since this egg is just very hard out of the three. Speaking of the other two, 51st place is the Starkrieger egg. It's also in any game, and this is also a difficult one because it's another launcher. The only way to get this one is if you wait for a YouTuber to find. That's why it's a little bit easier to get. Because there are more YouTubers and developers in my opinion, so I consider this a little bit easier. Again, this egg was also being collected in my opinion by Deader Plays in the game of Egg. I'll explain that later after we reach number 50. It's just you have to find popular YouTubers like Connor Freedy, Deader Plays, Creekcraft, or any other people, YouTube creators that have the egg launcher. And number 50 is obviously the other one, the Electrifying Eggman of 2020. This one's also in any game. The reason why I hate this one as well is because it's another egg launcher, but this time it's way easier than the other two because you need to wait for an admin to join. Yes, any admin. That's why I consider this the easiest. Again, I got this egg by Deader Plays in the game of Egg. And I'm just going to explain this. These three eggs are just so similar. They're just doing nothing. The only way to get them is if you wait for the player to have a launcher and grab them quickly. Not only that, but since mostly people are doing this live streamed, and since people are also rushing it in, trying to get the egg as possible, and of course, some people are not leaving the server because of course people are just being mean themselves. These eggs are very difficult to get. Not only they're just difficult to join the game, but it takes a lot of time for you to load in since you'll see people like you're next in line like 9047 or 9041. I don't know. It's going to take you for a while, and these eggs are not a joke. They're very difficult. They're very struggling. You're going to suffer for a while, and it is not fun. So, those are the eggs of the horrible section. Now we're going into the eggs section that has very bad or nasty eggs. Not by design, but by the game how it works. And starting off with 49 goes to the Marine exhibit from the game Flop. This has to be one of the most stupidity ever in my whole life I ever played this. Not trying to be rude, but to get this egg, you need to find an egg. Then you have to go to the kitchen, fry the egg, and then trying to feed it to the noob, and then the noob will spit out the egg, and you get the egg. The problem is the egg can be anywhere in the house, basically under a cone, a drawer, stairs, and there's another problem. You are played as a fish, and the only way to get the egg is if you touch it with the click mouse button, which it makes it a little bit harder to do it. Once you find an unclaimed egg, click on it. Then you must fry the egg at the kitchen. Fry it, which takes a lot of time, and then feed it to the noob. This is just also very difficult because mostly people will try to steal it. It took me for a while to get. It can be anywhere, including in some places that are very impossible to get. And it's not fun at all, unfortunately. So, yeah. 58th place is Eggbot from the game Robotic Inc. This egg is just too simple, too very easy. There's no other achievements. To get this one, you need to collect 15 Roblox Faces eggs. And that's it. Very simple, very too easy to figure it out. Like, you just need to do is, it's all over the map. These types of eggs are just all over the map, collecting 15 of them, and that's it. Like, seriously, that's just too easy, man. Took me like 15 minutes or something like that. This egg is pretty neat, but the game quest is just too easy, too simple. It was too short. They didn't put enough effort in it, and sadly I can't really put them really high on this list. Next up is 47. Sorry, so I said 49, 48, 47. The Enchanted Egg from Royal High. So to get this egg, you need to stun 3 enemies. Yes, you'll be in teams. And you must stun 3 enemies to drop 3 enchanted eggs. This one, honestly, for my opinion, is one of the most, not just laziest, but also very easy, since you can stun them all over again and again and again and again. It can be from the same player that you just stunned already. So, yeah, this is just basically stunning 3 times and that's it. Honestly, I understand this egg is really interesting, but the achievement there, just stunning 3 times and then collecting the egg, it's not worth it. I mean, it's too short to complete this egg. An egg should be interesting or entertaining. Sure, it shouldn't be too hard, but it also should have been too easy or bland. So I consider this one to be a bit more interesting. A little bit, but overall this egg is just not good in my opinion. 46, Time Traveler's Egg in Time Travel Adventures. This one is also a horrible one. This egg, you just have to complete the quest. It's very hard, it's very long. You have to do puzzles, you have to work with the team. Obby stuff, puzzles. Yeah, there's like a lot of adventure stuff. There is also the part with Gert the pig. Yes, his name is Gert. Where you have to ride on him, and that part is just the hardest part because the boulders are randomly appearing if you get hit by the boulders. The obstacles when you ride on Gert is very difficult since Gert's speed is very fast. And the boss battle against the fake spooky bunny at the end is not entertaining. He only has 2 attacks, throwing eggs at you with homing eggs at you, and then stunning the players as a ground pound. It takes a lot of time. It's very stressful. A lot of people, according to what I know, they didn't like this egg, and I have to agree. But it isn't the worst one because I've seen a lot of worse eggs like this to collect the quest. But it is still pretty bad in my opinion, so that's why it's on the list. 45 is Despacito Egg. Yes, I understand the game Roblox High School, but this egg is just too easy to collect as well. All you gotta do is find 5 Despacito spiders around the map, and that's it. It's one is at school in the authority room, one is at the pet store, one was in the fashion store, one was in the supermarket, and one is at the park. And their exact locations are the school was the theater next to the popcorn. The supermarket was on top of the bananas. The pet store inside of a cage next to a dog, I think. The fashion one next to the spider was wearing a wig, a blonde wig. And the park, the spider was under a bridge. And once you collect five of the Despacito spiders, you collect this egg. It is very simple. It is very short. At the beginning of the start, they also show you where they are, which means they give you like a little hint to make it easier. Considering this is supposed to be a little bit challenging for medium players, but yeah, I still consider it way too easy for this, so that's why I'm putting this on the list quite low, on 45. Next up are the bad slash, they're not too good, but they're not too bad either. Starting off with 44, E.G.G Max Pro in Texting Simulator. This egg is not that bad, but not that good either. All you gotta do is talk to the hacker in the event and then hack free computers, or should I say gaming devices. I don't really know what they were, honestly. Basically, actually, I realized they're computer terminals. You have to go to free computer terminals and then just have to press in the matching order either 0 or 1. Just either 0 or 1. 0 or 1, copying in what's on the bottom, and you have to copy the same similar thing to get a piece. You have to do this 3 times to get this egg. The reason why it's on the mech side is because it is a little bit difficult since some people are kind of rushed it in, and then yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, at least it's a little bit better since they just, it isn't too easy, but it isn't that really hard. So that's why it's on the max one. Next up is 43rd place, which is my droplet and my droplets. And just like the other one with the texting one, this egg is very easy. Very easy, but the reason why I'm putting it a little bit higher is because they don't show hints. But another problem is the reason why it's so a little bit low on the list is because the map of this game was very small, meaning that it was pretty easy to find. All you gotta do is to find a big droplet dog, I think it was called. It was a giant droplet bunny, sorry. You have to find 6 flowers. One of them is actually they're like 6 flowers. 4 of them are literally next to each other. One is at the beach, and one is at the next to the houses of the players in the game. As for the 4 flowers that are close to each other, one is at the farm, one is at school, one is, I think, on the garden section, and the other one is on, I think, behind the dog, probably next to another building. But probably the veterinarian, I think. So school, veterinarian, farmer, and okay, so I actually realized that there were the 6 locations are the beach, the neighborhood, which is the houses that I guys told you, the next to the toy store, next to the farmer section, next to the adoption center, and next to the cafe. And the cafe, toys, farmers, and the other one, which was the adoption center, are all at the spawn near to each other. The beach is a little bit distant a bit, and the neighborhood is quite a little bit distant to the other 4. So yeah, that's why it's super easy, because all of the map is very easy. It's just super small. It's very easy to find the flowers, and that's why it's on this list. So yeah, sorry for the correction. I had to check some of these online since I forgot. But overall, I just hope I remember the rest. Anyways, that's why it's on 43. Next up, number 42 is, of course, the Adopt Me check in Adopt Me. This one's very easy. You just have to complete 4 missions once you get the egg. So basically, all you gotta do is get an egg on the right click that says Easter. Get the little egg, and then you have to do 4 little tasks for the chick to hatch, like feed him, drink him, like feed it, like feed food, or give him some like water or drinking, give him something to drink, or play him into the playground or the water slide, or let him take a bath, or when he's tired, let him go to sleep, or give him to go to school, something like that. You just have to do it 4 times. Once you get 4 of these, like 4 little tasks finished, you get the egg. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 4 tasks, and that's it. You get the egg. Adopt Me check from Adopt Me. Like, that's a bit understandable, but the egg quest is just too easy, too simple. That's why it's on the list. Overall, I kind of do enjoy a little bit, but 4, kind of short. Sorry. Okay, this has to be one of the most weirdest ones yet, but number 41st place is the Chocolate Bunny Egg in Egg Simulator. This one is not even a simple joke here. You have to complete 10 missions in the egg hunt section to get this egg. Like, seriously. 10. And all 10 of them are very easy, actually. And the 10 quests are as follows. Rebirth 1 time. Collect 50 eggs. Hatch 5 pets. Hatch 10 pets. Collect 20 gems. Actually, 25 gems. Rebirth 1 time. Find 1 present. Complete a quest, which is an original quest, not like the Easter event quest. Basically, in this game, there are other types of quests, like normal quests, and if you complete a normal quest, then you get the egg hunt quest claimed. And then the last 3 are collect 5 bunnies, 10 bunnies, and 25 bunnies. The reason why it's super easy because the chocolate bunnies are like mostly everywhere in this map, so that's just done. The eggs are very easy to find. They're also scattered around the map. Rebirthing 1 time is very easy if you have good pets, so that's also done. Hatching 10 pets and 5 pets, yeah, those are easy to do when you have enough money to buy. And the 1 quest is super. I already told you that you have to complete original quest to get this one. Finding a present is easy since you just have to find it also around the map, just like the others. And the gems part, yeah, same thing. It's just that all of them are like around the map except for the quests and the rebirths. Yeah, so the quests, rebirths, and the pets. Sorry. So the rebirths, when you rebirth into like reset and gain an extra point, the pets and the quests and pets. So everything else like gems, eggs, chocolate bunnies, and presents are all over the map in the simulator, while the other 3, which are rebirths, quests, and pets, They're just different. So this is just too easy to understand this. Very simple, very quick. Doesn't take a lot of time. Alright, we're moving on to number 40, which is Detective W. Wolfegg, aka the W Wolf. In the game of A Wolf or Another, this is also very meh because this one can be a little bit struggling because the only way to get this egg is if you survive while holding a golden egg. Yes, that means if you die to the wolf, you don't get the egg. If you are the wolf and you have holding the egg, but the hunter kills you, you're also dead. And also the golden egg can appear only one time per round. So that means only one person can hold the egg. If the person that was holding the egg dies, you can try to grab it and steal it. The reason why it's not so fun is because I've seen a lot of people being scared by doing this. And in my opinion, the best way to get this egg is if you become the wolf. Yup. If you become the wolf, you can try to grab the egg. And here's the strategy. Never ever transform into a wolf. That's right. You heard me right. The best strategy here is get the wolf roll, try to grab the egg, and if you actually manage to get the golden egg, do not transform into the wolf to kill the others. Wait for the timer to scroll down to 0 to get this egg. It actually worked. It worked for me. So, yeah. This is why you should never trust some of these strategies. You just need to have strategies more intelligent than someone else because, sometimes these games are not too powerful to understand. So that's why it's a little bit on the low on the list since it's too outsmarting for you unless if you outsmart them. Number 39. Oh god, this is so stressful. Not really too stressful, but very too bland. This egg is called Egg of the High Skies in the game of Plane Crazy. And first you need to finish the tutorial, then basically make a plane. And next you have to drive the plane over to that High Skies Island, something like that. There's like a platform with 3 propeller eggs next to the side. You have to land in there. In the middle of the spawn point, there is the X of the High Skies egg. However, there is a catch why I put this a little bit higher on the list. Once you try to touch it, he's actually fleeting away from you. No, not flying. He's just running on the ground. The only way for you to catch it is if you trap him somewhere else. And the only way to trap him is there's a house right there. So that means you must drag the little egg all the way to that house to collect it. There are some people who try using their own planes to chase the egg, but that won't work since the plane egg is very fast. There's also another problem. If the egg falls off the platform, it will spawn back right where they started. And there's also a chance that you might accidentally fall off the platform and you'll have to restart grabbing another plane and go back to where you have to go to the platform spot. So yeah, that's why it's a little bit higher on the list. But it is also pretty easy to mostly people since you just have to do is grab the egg. Chase the egg until they reach the house. Once the egg is trapped in the house, you can easily collect it by touching it. And that's it. Over than that, nothing special. Next up are the neutral or okay eggs. Starting with number 38, Eggs of Hearts, Astral Hearts. This one is just a bit confusing, but overall too easy to understand. So you have to collect this egg, you need to find 5 spark shards, or orbs, basically, around the dark forest. That's right, heart shards. So, yeah. They can be spawned by enemies like slimes, yeah, green, blue, or purple, I think I remember. Uh, earth golems, or even skeleton horn creatures, I think. But you just have to keep killing enemies until you manage to get 5. But there is one more thing. You need to keep looking at the icons. There is a little icon on the screen that shows like a hexagon shape. This is the location you must go to find the heart shards. That's right. Everyone has like a different random location they have to go to, so not everyone has the same one. Because I have to do the slimes, then the blue ones, and then the golems. So yeah. Once you manage to collect 5 heart shards, then you collect the egg. And that's pretty much it. Once you collect 5 of the shards, by pressing Z, I think. The little shards are like white rhombus, I think, shaped creature. Yeah, white things. Orb types that shine or sparkle around on them. You have to collect them, and once you collect 5, you get the egg. Pretty simple. 37, the Ectarian, Monsters of Eteria. This one's also pretty easy. You have to go to either the RPG or PvP. I recommend the RP world. Then you have to talk to a painter called Leonardo, I think. So once you actually find the achievement, which is after you talk to Leonard, the painter, you must collect 3 buckets of paint from the well that are purple, and 2 buckets of paint to the wells that have pink. So 3 purple and 2 pink. Once you collect paint from the well, you have to go back and paint the egg in the main town, and you have to do it again and again 5 times. 3 times purple and 2 times pink. They also glow very easily. That's why I put this a little bit higher on the list. All you gotta do is just run around to the map finding wells and then go back to paint it. 3 wells that have purple and then 2 ones that have pink. They show you like a little light beam to show you what well color they have, if it's either purple or pink. And that's pretty much it. Once you do this 5 times, you collect the egg. Nothing special for this one, but really like the character Leonard for a painter to represent this event this time. 36, Shady Subject. It's actually supposed to be Shady Subject Egg from the game Murder. This has to be also... The reason why it's so easy, man, is because firstly, you need to be a murderer. Yes, you need to be the murderer. And then next, you have to kill people that have or wear an egg on their heads. In the game Murder, in the event, you will see that once you're the murderer, you will see some people wearing egg hats or egg heads. Once you kill a player that wears an egg head, then you must collect that egg that drops to collect this egg. This is just too easy because the only way to get it is become the murderer. I know it takes a lot of time, but it's pretty easy to look at them. Once you kill a person that wears an egg head, they drop the egg, they die, and you can collect the egg. Pretty simple. It takes very fast time, so yeah, I don't blame you on this one. 35, Heroic Eggs of Awesomeness from the game Heroic Havoc. This one's also very simple. And the reason is because you need to talk with the Easter Bunny and then in the town. And then the Easter Bunny will tell you to kill 10 owls. Yes, not owls. Owls. They put an extra O between W and L. And then you must go to the forest, find 10 eggs by defeating Olos. Yes, that's the name of the enemy in this game. By touching them to start a battle. And then you must keep attacking them and kill them until you receive 10 eggs. They rarely spawn them. Sometimes they spawn, sometimes they don't. Mostly times they don't spawn in, but sometimes if you're lucky enough, they will spawn in. And you just have to keep this up until you get 10 of them, and then you have to go back to talk with the Easter Bunny to get this egg. Pretty simple, but also weird at the same time, honestly. So that's why I put this a little bit higher on the list, but not too high. Wicked Egg of Calamity is number 34 in the game of Hotel Stories, and this is because you just have to complete the quest without dying. Basically, you turn small after accidentally eating a cake that you were from the party, and then you will meet with a bunny named Benny the Bunny. And the reason why I consider this a little bit better than the Time Travels one is because it's a bit easier. You only have to do is like dodge obstacles, run through a maze, kill some snakes, and there's also you have to feed Benny like free carrots until he makes a bridge for you as a repair. Avoid moles, etc. until you reach the castle, and inside the castle, there is in the middle of the stage area there is the egg, and you actually can collect it once you enter and touch the egg. There is an additional boss called the Snake King, but you don't need to fight the Snake King to get this egg. So, yeah. Also for the Fabric Egg, you don't need the star, admin, or developer eggs to get it. Only the main 49 eggs. So, yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's how you get Wicked Egg of Calamity. You're trying to help Benny the Rabbit to save his townsfolk from snakes. And that's it for this one. Number 33 is going to be Giga Zomberg in the game of Zombie Strike. The reason why it's a little bit easier is because all you gotta do is defeat a boss. Yeah, you will be joining into. You will have to make a server, and then select the event zombie boss rush, or the boss battle, which is like a little egg. Once you join in, you have to defeat the boss battle, which is the Egg Mech Zombie. And all you gotta do is dodge all his attacks and make sure you don't die. And that's it. The reason why it's quite average is because it gives you 10 lives, but also can be easily being damaged. So that's why. Unless if you like have like medkits or other power-ups to help you out, then it's good. Overall, it's just what it is. Damaging by the windows is the most weakest point for him, so that will be your advantage. You have to shoot the window parts. He does have a lot of attack, like summoning bunny zombies, jumping, bursting red circles, shooting egg projectiles at you, or even the worst parts like shooting flames and eggs horizontal at you. and even more explosions. So, yeah. All you gotta do is just defeat this boss, and that's it. Once you defeat him, he's dead. And you get this egg. Number 32 is Tentacle Alien from the theme park Gravity Oasis. To get this egg is also pretty simple. All you gotta do is ride 3 times, and then you tell the so basically, like I said, you need to ride it 3 times with 3 salvages. I think it's called salvages. Yeah, salvage. Each time when you ride ride or a roller coaster, you get 1 salvage, and you need to do this 3 times. You can ride the same one 3 times, so yeah, it doesn't bother. Once you collect 3 salvage, you have to enter the portal, and then there's like a spaceship theme where you have to like climb a ladder, jump on lasers, avoid aliens, motors, get puzzle pieces, mazes, and more lasers. And once you get the egg, you have to escape, get into the spaceship craftment, and then you get the badge. So basically a lot of obstacles, very fun to do, multiple old storylines in there, so yeah, that's why I consider this a bit higher on the list. 31 is Tower of Eggs in Tower Defense Simulator. The reason why I'm putting this one in here is because this one, you need to work together. You need people. You need to go to the section where it was with the tower, with the Egg Islands, I think. And there's like a map that has the event one on it, which is the Egg Islands. I recommend for this one, you have to play with like more than one person. You can't play this by yourself because it's very difficult. All you gotta do is play with 4 people, which is maximum, and all you gotta do is work together. Work together and defeat 10 waves of zombie bunnies. And the final boss battle is like in wave 10. There's like a huge one. It's an epic duck demon mode, so like a devilish demon epic duck that ground pounds, burst ups, and much more. So that's why it's on the list, and that's why it's a bit higher on the list. So yeah, I'm not gonna blame on that. Other than that, this egg is pretty much too easy, too simple if you have good teammates. But the reason why it's super low on the list is because if you don't have good teammates, this boss battle could take you forever. So that's why I put it like on the middle side a bit. Even though 31 isn't divided evenly between 49 and 1. So, yeah. Other than that, that's just that. You just have to collect the egg, and yeah, that's it. Just work together and defeat the 10 waves of zombie bunnies, and then some speedy ones, and there's also like a mini boss, and then a huge duck evil demon boss. So yeah, now we're moving on to the good or nice section, which is the good ones, but they're not too bad. They're not really likable, they're just okay, mostly, but decent. The 30th one has to go to the Egg of Shard Seeker in Shard Seekers. This one was a bit confused to me, but in the end it was pretty simple. So firstly, you need to go to the observatory map. Then you'll see like a huge dome with a door and 2 keys that have to be unlocked, an orange and a blue one. One of them is in the cave, while the other one is super near next to the house. And once you get those 2 keys, one is in the cave, which is pretty easy because you have to do is follow the path. If you go to the wrong path, then you know you have to go to the other path. And for the that's for the cave part. The door part is very simple. To the house, you have to follow the path until you see the house, enter the house, and then go downstairs. And there's the key. For the cave, just enter the cave, and there's the key there. You can collect both keys at the same time, and then once you collect both keys, you can go inside of the dome, unlocking them, then collect the shard, and once you collect the shard, you get the egg. That was just pretty much it. Too simple. Just pretty much too simple. Number 29, Egg of Clutu, Scuba Diving at Quill Lake. This one is also super simple. All you gotta do is go to the tower. Then you must talk with the person, where his name is called Howard Phillips, once you reach the tower. Once you talk with him, you have to go inside the tower and collect 2 keys. One is a red key and one is a blue key. The red key has too many challenges where you have to flick all the lights to on. But once you flick a light, some of them turn off, some of them turn on. So you have to make sure all of them turn on. And the other part of the red section is a memory matching game, which is pretty simple. For the blue side, you have 3 obstacles. The 3 obstacles are jumping platforming, then scuba diving, avoiding the pillars, and then platform disappearing, where you have to cross at the right time before you get the key. Once you got the blue key on that one, if you have both the red key and the blue key, you can place them. That will unlock the center with a coffin, I think, or chest. And inside there is the egg, which is the Eye of Clutu. And that's it. That's why it's super simple as well. It's just mini challenges and nothing else. That's why 28 is this one. Number 28 is the Egg Sickle in the game of Ski Resort. The reason why this one's also easy on the list is because you must go over all 11 ramps. And the ramps are just super easy to do. Firstly, you need to climb up the escalator, I think. It'll take some time to reach it to the top of the mountain. Once you reach the top of the mountain, get the snowboard. And once you grab the snowboard, start riding on all 11 of the ramps. 9 of them are very simple. One is at the top of the main area. 8 is at the bottom of the snowfield. And 2 of them are separate ways. Like, there are 2 little hidden areas, with each one containing a ramp. And since those sections are a bit harder, the ramps have like 2 red striped lines each other, so to make it more easier. Over than that, that's it. You just have to ramp all 11 of the ramps in this game, and that's it. That's why it's super simple. Sure, it does take a lot of time to figure out where they are, but the map isn't that big, and there are also hints. Like, they show you 2 arrows on the other sections to figure out where they are. The other 2 ramps that aren't in the straight section. So that's why. Dragon Adventures from Dragon Adventures is next for number 27. The reason why it's quite easy is because you gotta talk with the mother dragon to give you a quest. Then you must find 3 pieces of clues around the grasslands. They have little white pieces of paper. Once you find 3 of them, you will have to ride your dragon to the gate, where you have to do a little puzzle. There are 3 matching symbols and 3 colors. A red dragon, I think, a green Roblox logo and a blue egg shape. You have to match the symbols with the right color background. So basically the red square should have the dragon symbol. The green symbol, I meant to say the red color should have the dragon symbol. The green background. Okay, so the red background with the dragon symbol, the green background with the Roblox logo, and the blue background with the egg shape. So yeah. After you complete this one, you will have to fix the pipes that have to match the length. Once you do that, you unclog the water, and you must go down into the hole. Once you drop down to a hole, you will have to fight a boss battle, which is a giant bunny. And the easiest way to do this is riding your dragon and start breathing the dragon and to breathe fire to damage the boss. Once the bunny, and the easiest way to not take your dragon's damage is by going at the back of him next to the ears to make sure he doesn't hit you. But you must be above him to make it sure it's not safe and sound. Once you do that, the bunny is defeated. You teleport back to the main game. Yes, because once the mother tells you to do the quest, you'll be teleported. So yeah, that's why you're getting teleported again. Most of these games are going to give you some teleports, like you're teleporting to another section of the game because of the event stuff. But yeah, once you defeat the boss, you can go back and talk with the mother dragon to give you the egg. That's just what it is. Next up is number 26, Tiny Tank Egg in Tiny Tanks. This one is a dependable game. All you gotta do is defeat your enemy until they drop the egg. Yes. There's a low chance for an enemy to drop a tank egg. So basically you just have to kill them. Very simple, right? Yes, it is. Because all you gotta do is find an enemy, trying to kill them. Once they die, there's a low chance that they will drop the egg. If they don't, try again until they actually drop the egg. Once you touch the egg, you get the egg. The hardest part is anyone can actually get this one. So that's the problem. And plus, since this is a low chance of dropping it, it'll take some time, but it's still going to be easy if you have others to help you out. Overall, this has to be, it depends on if you have allies or not, but mostly this egg right here, if you want to get it, you just have to kill other players, and low chances are they will drop in a low chance. That's why. Overall than that, it's just too simple and too easy to understand it. Next up is another big one. It's the like or nice section, which are pretty okay. They're decent, they're classical, and some of them, even though they're easy, I kind of do enjoy the quest a lot. Starting with this one. I know mostly people hate this one, but I actually do enjoy it. This is called the Epic Egg from the Epic Minigames. And to get this egg, all you gotta do is wait for an event or the minigame to be called the Juggerment. The Juggerment is one player is a boss, and the others are the players that are trying to kill the Juggerment. The Juggerment has a lot of HP to have a higher chance advantage, and the players have fewer health to easily die in this game. The problem here is, I understand why a lot of people hate this, is because the minigame is random. However, I understand it takes a lot of time, but it's pretty easy if you manage to collect this egg. One per player in this game will become the Juggerman, and their job is to kill them. Since this is the event map, they'll be turned into a bunny with a hammer, and they'll start swinging around trying to kill everyone, while the other players have slingshots to hit the bunny. If the bunny is dead, it will drop the egg. If you survive, of course. If you die, then yes, you will have to do it again. If you do die, then yes. But if you don't and you survive as a player, yes, as a player, not the Juggerman. If you survive as a player, you can collect the egg by touching it. Yes, you have to touch it, because otherwise you will lose your chance and you have to do it again. So touch the egg and then you collect it. And the reason why you can collect the egg while being a Juggerman, according to what I know, is because the Juggerman probably is going to be easily defeated depending on the time and teamwork. So, yeah. Okay. This has to be a good one. Number 24 is the Royal Egg of the Bears in the game of Bear. This one is also pretty cool, simple, and sometimes trollable a little bit, but I don't really mind about that. So basically, if you're a player or the bear, yes, in the royal height of the bears in the game Bear, no matter what role you are, no matter if you're the player or the bear, you must collect a key. Yes, in each map, there's a key. You just need to collect one key. It's around the map. If you're the bear, you have a higher chance to collect the key since you don't have to panic a lot since, it's easier so you don't kill anyone. Once you collect the key, you can either die by yourself or kill other people or wait for the game to end. And once you collect the key that you have around the map, it can be anywhere, go to the door and enter. Then you will see multiple puzzles. The first puzzle is pretty much simple. It shows you a lot of clues like some pictures and then a list. There's a list that has description of what the pictures are. There's also a little text that has colors on them. Like Y and Y for yellow, or G and R for green, B and L for blue, P and U for purple, R and E for red, O and R for orange, something like that. It gives you 4 colors and 4 codes. Each player has their own code, so it's not the same. Basically, let's say something like this. There's like 4 pictures out of 6. Let's say there was one that says ha 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 ha. Yes, I'm not joking. There's like a code that says ha 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 ha. And there's like an emoji with the laughing face on there, and the code color is PU for purple. That's my first code, since number 1 is the first one, so purple is my first code. Then you have to do the same thing with code number 2, but it's a different picture that matches with the sentence, and they gave you a different code. And so does for 3 and 4. Once you know the color code, you can go to the safe, click on the little square brackets or square buttons, and click in order to get this egg. But not really getting the egg. Once you actually just unlock the code. After you unlock the code, you enter another portal. And then here comes the other simpler part. You jump lasers, dodge fire burners, and then after doing the first section is just lasers, the second section is just fire burners, and the third is a combination of both lasers and burners. And then once you do that, you have to circle yourself 1 time, and then you will see the egg. But first you have to press the button, since the a red button at the desk right there, because the egg is sealed. Once you press the button, the egg is unsealed, and then after that, you get the egg by touching on it. And you get the badge. Pretty simple. That's all. Alright, number 23 is going to be Invasion Egg in the game of Mad City. So in this one, all you gotta do is find 5 random eggs in the Egg Island. The easiest way is if you become a hero, or if you have like a helicopter, but I recommend becoming a hero in this one. You have to collect 5 eggs. They spawn very rarely, but you just have to grab the egg and then reach them to the spawn point on the little pillar thing that holds 5 eggs. Sorry. The biggest problem here is that sometimes the eggs are quite too fast. You have to be very quick to put them in the pillars, because once they disappear, they're gone forever, and you have to go to a different place. For this one, you need a lot of people to work together, since it takes a lot of time. However, the reason why I'm putting this a little bit higher on the list is because there's, just like the Hotel Stories one, you don't need to fight the boss, which is a chicken robot boss battle that is it is quite hard to beat. All you gotta do, so that's why it's a little bit high. That's why I'm giving it a little bit higher on the points. But all you gotta do is collect 5 eggs. You don't have to fight the boss once once all 5 eggs are placed in the pillars. You don't need to collect every single one. You just have to collect 5 of them, because there's a lot of them to spawn in. But you can only fit 5 eggs into the pillars at the same time. Once you collect 5, the teleporter will activate for a boss battle, but you don't need to fight the boss battle to get this egg. That's right, you don't need to fight this boss battle to get this egg. All you gotta do is just collect the eggs to get the badge. And this badge actually works because you get the egg. That's all. You don't need to fight the boss. That's the good thing. Number 22 is Dragon's Breath in Treasure Quest. This one is a bit difficult. Not too difficult, but actually I'm just kidding. It's not really difficult at all. Because all you gotta do is... The reason why I say this is pretty easy is because all you gotta do is talk to the Egg Hunt quest, talk to the guy. He's gonna say you have to do 2 more tests before you enter the main part. And the main reason is very simple. All you gotta do is kill 10 monsters and complete 1 dungeon. That's all. Once you complete these 2, you will have to complete a 3rd one to get the egg. Which is, once you enter a gate, you will see the main boss, which is pretty easy. The boss is, of course, Dragon. That's the dragon's name. And once you defeat Dragon, which he just does is throw his arms up and ground pounds at you with his slamming. And there's also the fire shooting, I think, on the ground. But that's just the 2 attacks he mostly does. But yeah, overall, once you defeat Dragon, you go back to the main quest to tell you that you achieved the badge, and that's it. Pretty much it. You collect the egg once you achieve it, and yeah, that's it. 21 is Saber Boss Egg. This one is from Saber Simulator. Just like Treasure Quest, this one is very simple. The reason why is you go to the portal of Egg Hunts. Once you enter the Egg Hunts, then you must talk with the bunnies. The bunnies will tell you to collect 100 eggs, which are pretty easy since they're scattered around the island. And they also reappear, which is pretty easy. Once you collect 100 of them, they will give you a key. The key to unlock the door. And then the door will unlock you to the boss door. The boss is a giant golden bunny. So basically, these golden eggs collect you a key. After collecting the key, you get to fight the boss by doing a little platforming obstacle over lava, and then you'll fight a golden giant bunny armored that has 50 HP. Each time when you swing your sword takes 1. So it's pretty simple. Once you defeat the boss, you go back to the bunnies, tell them that you defeated him, and then they'll give you the egg. So that's it. Just go in the portal, collect 100 eggs by talking to their quest, to the bunny's quests. Once you collect the 100 eggs, they'll give you a key. You go, then grab the key to unlock the door. The door will make you jump over some platforms, over lava, then defeat the golden bunny armored suit 50 times, since that's how many HP he has. Once he's defeated, you can drop down to lava because you'll spawn back to the main start. And then once you do that, you will have the egg once you talk with the bunnies that you defeated the main boss of the egg hunt. And they'll just give you the egg. Yeah, that's it on this one. Anyways, number 20 is going to be the fried chicken egg from the game Zombie Rush. This one is also pretty fun, but also pretty difficult, medium in the difficulty, and that is because to get this egg is very simple. You need to kill 5 zombies that are holding the drumsticks. Yes, you have to just kill 5 zombies that are holding drumsticks in their hands. Once you kill those zombies, they'll drop the drumsticks and you can collect it. Once you collect 5 of these, you get the badge. The reason why it's super difficult is because they are not common. They spawn very rarely. Just like the Tiny Tanks one, you have a small chance of collecting it. So that's the main reason why I'm putting this on a little bit higher list. It isn't easy, but it isn't hard either. It is more in the medium side. So that's why I'm putting it on the list. Overall, pretty simple, but pretty medium way. That's why I like it. That's why I like to see. Anyways, 19th is the Checker Flag, aka the Ultimate Driving West of Islands. This one was a bit confusing for me at first, but then I understand how to do it. Because the only way to complete this one is you have to complete in drag or circus races until you get 10 eggs. Yep, that is also very simple. There's an advantage here because if you're by yourself, you gain 2 eggs once you finish. So yeah, that means you have to race 5 times to get this egg, which is pretty alright. But at least it's not stressful if you don't play with anyone. If you do, it is going to be a little bit stressful, but overall, you're still getting the egg after like less than 5 times. Or 5 times that exact, because you only get 2 eggs per race. So yeah, it has to be either drag or circus. So yeah, 2, 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. And that's it, you get the egg. Pretty simple. Number 18 is the Samurai Egg from Dungeon Quest. And this one is very interesting, honestly. Firstly, you have to create a Egg Island dungeon quest for the event. Once you create it, you can either play it by yourself or with your teammates or other players, and your job is to take out enemies before the time runs out. The timer, I think it was like, how much? There's like 9 minutes on the clock, and yeah, that's how he's give you an advantage. Once you enter, you'll have, the map is pretty short. There's like 1, 2, 3 directions. You go straight to the town, then left to fight the to the mini boss. Then you go straight into the temple and then drop down for the main boss, and that's it. Oh, there's like chicks, bunnies, and then that's it. The minions are just some little chicks. After that, there's a mini boss called the bunny Bunny Grenader, because he throws grenades. Once you defeat the Bunny Grenader, you can enter the temple of the map to defeat more chickens or chicks until you face off against the main boss. The minions just slap you, attack you pretty easily. For the main boss, for the mini boss, the mini boss throws grenades, different type of grenades. Near grenades like the orange ones, or green grenades that spread out everywhere. Or even the worst part is that the worst part I meant to say is that they're just gonna explode you with blue big grenades, making it way more impossible to defeat. Once you defeat the mini boss, you defeat more minions. There are chick brawlers and chick mages, which are pretty easy. And then you'll fight the main boss, which is called E.G.G, which is a chick controlling a giant robot egg thing, basically. It does has a lot of attacks, like spawning lasers. The main boss also does is stomp his feet to release things that drop on you, which is on the red circle. Warnings like egg bombs, and even the main boss also shoots fireballs that spread around crazy under his feet, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, it is just those 3 attacks, and once that the boss is dead, the main boss, which is the egg mech, you get the egg, which is pretty alright to me. Next up is number 17, which is the Supercharged Striker egg from the game Super Striker League. This one is very easy, but then when I realized there are some types of screwed up messed ups, yeah, I consider this one a little bit challenging. So to get this egg, all you gotta do is join a free server. Yes, it doesn't work in private. All you gotta do to get this egg was you will have to join a match, and then you will have to wait for some minutes until it appears to be a purple crystal egg inside of the field. The only way to break it is if you use the soccer ball, to shoot at it. It does break, but not too much. You can also use items to break it, like a triple bomb or regular bombs or any type of item that easily breaks it. And once you actually did manage to break it, you get the badge. It's fine if you don't do it for the first time. It is pretty simple. You don't need the ball at all. You just need items, basically. But it is pretty interesting since it takes some time. You don't have to do it freely. Like, if you have a triple bomb, then yeah, that's easy. But other than that, I'm just going to put it on 17 because the rest of it is just what it is. And for 16th place is the Gourmet Egg from Restaurant Tycoon 2. This egg isn't that hard at all, actually. To get this one in Restaurant Tycoon 2, all you gotta do is go into the, you must talk to to get this egg, you must talk to the girl in the E.G.G, which is like an I.K.E.A reference, and keep talking with her until she reveals a secret. When she finally does reveal a secret, go on downstairs and you will see books, libraries, something like that. Then you must touch the glowing book to gain access on the recipe inside. Once you manage to get like the recipe book, then you'll have to complete a Candy Crush reference food game by Chef Luigi, since he caught you by stealing the book. And once you complete that little thing, that little Candy Crush thing, aka when the bar is full, then you get the recipe, which is the gourmet omelette. And once you get the recipe, you go back. It will teleport back to your restaurant, and then you have to wait for a player. That's right, you heard me right. You have to wait for a player to order the gourmet omelette, and once the dish is served, it is made and served it to the customer. You get the egg. Pretty much finding a book recipe, complete a Candy Crush quest, and then serve one customer to with the gourmet omelette food. That's it. No, you don't have to do it 3 times or 5 times or 10 times. You have to do this once. Only one customer. Not 5, not 10, not 15, not even 20, just one. One little customer to order the gourmet omelette. Now we're into the love or cool ones. These are the quests that I actually enjoyed the most so far. So, yeah, consider this one of the talented ones yet. Alright, number 15 goes to Doc Holiday in the Wild West. So, firstly, to get this egg, you need to go to Callahan Manor to get a horse or a mule, and then you must follow the trail track from the right, go straight, then take a right turn until you see another path a little bit to the left to the bush, to the green side a bit. Once you take the right turn, go to the green section, which is going to be a mountain. Then you have to follow the trail up to the mountain, which is going to be called the Egg Temple. It's a bit difficult since mostly people have struggles with it, but I'll try to explain an easy way. Basically, you just have to go right on the trail tracks. Then once you see the split between two train tracks, you have to go to the right. Don't go 100% right. You have to go a little bit to the left after that to where there's a bit of a green section. That green section then is going to be a hill, more like a mountain actually. And once you climb up to the top of the hill, you reach to the Egg Temple. Once you reach the temple, you can press the square button to activate the door, and then you'll have to complete a free trap obby. The first one is a matching color obby where they show you like a color on the top of the wall and multiple colors that are on the ground. You must touch the right color on the ground with the one on the wall. For example, gray on the wall, you must touch the gray square on the ground, because if you touch a different color, then you'll take damage. The second one are pillars that push you off the plank. If you fell off, you'll have to restart from the first obstacle. And then the last ones is about sprinting. Yes, sprinting, jumping, and dodging axes, because that's the whole idea. Once you do all 3 of those, you get the egg and the badge, and that's pretty much it. It's a bit difficult at first, but it isn't that bad. It's kind of, let's just say, half good, half bad, mostly times. So, yeah, that's why I considered it okay. You don't have to, like, grab it or click on anything. You just have to touch the egg, and that's it. You get the egg after that. Okay, the 14th place goes to the Brain Freeze egg in Break-In. This egg is very easy. Depends on how many players you are. So firstly, all you gotta do is join in a round. Then at the start of the game, there's a guy named Chili, I think. So basically, once you enter the game round in Break-In, You have to find 5 ice blocks around outside the house and give it to Chili Charlie actually. Well, once you find like 5 of those ice cubes and give it to Chili Charlie, they will open a portal. Yes, they'll go is going to start opening a portal. The portal is going to be opened, and then once the portal is opened, you then you should be safe for now. I suggest you do it before nighttime comes because then you're just gonna have to waste a lot of time. Another problem here, the reason why it's kind of difficult, but in a good way, is because doing this by alone is not enough. So you need at least 2 to 3 people, or 4 or 5, because you need 5 cubes to succeed this one. And there's also ice around the ice cubes because to make it more an obstacle challenge. If you fell on the ice, you will slip and cost time. All you gotta do is collect 5 pieces of ice and give it to Chili Charlie. If you manage to fail, that you can rejoin back into the game for a new round, and so on until you manage to get the egg, the first part of the egg, by giving Chili Charlie 5 ice cubes. I recommend going for the nearest ones to have a higher advantage, but this depends on you where you're gonna do on this one. After nighttime comes, once you got the egg, once you manage to open up the portal for Chili Charlie to get 5 of his ice cubes, you just have to you just have to continue on with the story until the next day. There's going to be a cutscene where the portal opens and you guys will be getting inside of the portal. Inside that portal, there is a boss battle. If you're a kid, you'll have to grab a rake. If not, if you're like a teen or adult, then you already have a weapon, which is the bat, and those things will protect the children. The boss battle is like a demon egg boss battle, which is called, I think, the devilish egg. It's actually called the deviled egg. Basically, all I have to do is survive 3 attacks and hit all 3 HP times with bats and rakes. So the first attack is he will set up a linked mark of bombs, a line and then bigger explosions that surround you. It just goes in a straight line. It can be diagonal, it can be straight, it can be anything. It can be anything. Once he finishes that, he will turn gray, the devilish boss, and then you can use your bats or rakes to make him lose a HP. Once you do that, the second attack is he's gonna spawn some pillars from small to big so you can climb up, because he's gonna rise the lava in. All you gotta do is stay at the highest platform so you don't take damage. Once the lava is drained out, there's like a small puddle of lava. If you hit that, then you will also be taking damage. And once he gets hit, then there's one more attack he does. There's some arrows on the bottom that used to be where he was gonna start rolling around the arena a lot. He was like bouncing everywhere. He wasn't bouncing, he was just rolling. It could be straight, diagonal, anywhere. There were some arrows. Gray arrow is what means that is going to be his next direction. And the red one is when he's doing right now. Like, he's rolling right straight there. So you just have to avoid him. And once he is gray again for the third time, you can hit him. And once he's dead, and actually he is not dead, he's actually freezed, then you get the badge and the egg and you completed the quest. Yep, that's it on this one. Number 13th is Poached Egg of the Sea, wherever floats on your boat. This one is very interesting because it's difficult by themselves. all you gotta do on this achievement is you have to like survive in a boat most of the times, but for this event it's a bit different. So basically, in poach egg of the sea, whatever floats in your boat badge, or to get the egg, you need to firstly join the egg hunt around, where you will have to spawn a orb. But how you spawn an orb? Well, it's pretty easy. Well, it's pretty simple. You just have to place a glorious egg podium, and once you join the quest by pressing Q, you will have to hold the orb in your hands. Yes, at the end of the round, if you die, or if someone else steals the orb from you, then you won't get the egg. And yes, you heard me right. Other players will try to kill you if they wish, and you will have a and then you will lose to get the egg by yourself. This is a bit tricky, so that's why I put it on this list. It also depends on players, so yeah. It also works on team working, so it depends on how many players there are, how many they are doing it. So other than that, it's just simple as cakewalk, unless if you're by yourself, it's a bit difficult. It took me for a while, a little bit, but in the end, I managed to succeed it and got the egg. Overall, it's dependable, but it was pretty funnable to get this quest, because all you gotta do is hold the orb and survive. If you die, or if someone else steals your orb, then you're dead. And not really dead, you just lose the quest and you'll have to do it again. Number 12 is the egg-centric time capsule in the game of Speed Race. This one is a bit interesting because the only way to get this egg is if you have the map on the heist. And the only way to do it is to reach the finish line without dying. Yes, Speed Race is a bit difficult. All you gotta do is jump around some buildings until you reach the main one, where there's lasers. Once you survive the lasers, in the center there's a yellow podium, I think. Like, the egg is in the middle and there's a crisscross podium, and on the bottom there's some lava. All you gotta do is manage to grab that egg. Here's a tip how you could have got it. You could have just jump and then jump to land on the egg and then jump to get out of here. And then once you do that, you dodge more lasers until in the final part where there's like lava and rocks, and then there's a finish line with the helicopter. If you have the egg, which is the egg-centric time capsule on your back, and manage to reach the finish line with the egg on your back, then you get the badge and the egg, and you completed this one. It is kind of fun to play, honestly. I enjoyed it. It isn't difficult, but you need a lot of skill on this one. There are a lot of tactics to do this because it's the same match, so you should check or memorize all the lasers to make sure you don't do the same mistake ever again. There's also checkpoints once you touch them, but there's another problem. You only have 3 lives, and if you die 3 times, then you lose, and you'll have to do it again and again until you manage to do it. It is stressful, but unless if you're in first, then it should be a big problem. Overall, this one is just classic what it is. Number 11 is pretty much, I know mostly people don't like it, but I consider this is just a better version, honestly. Because Venture Egg in Ventureland was just probably just the funniest one, honestly. But when I played the other ones, I consider this one okay. Ventureland is like pretty simple, actually. All you gotta do is use your car and then bump 30. Yes, you heard me right. You have to bump 30 golden eggs with your own car. Simple. Some of them can be also in up skies, some of them can be on road, some of them can be in underwater, because in Ventureland in this game, your car can transform into a submarine or even a plane. Yeah, a bit unique if you're asking me. The quest is very simple, but some people are just too rushed in sometimes, so that's why I consider it a bit stylish. And the reason why 30 is a bit longer, it kind of did took me a lot, so not really, because you just have to bump 30 times. Just bump 30 golden eggs and that's it. Overall, it is pretty classic and pretty enjoyable. So yeah, just bump 30 golden eggs and that's it. You get the badge and the task. Now we're into our top 10, which is the adore or enjoy section where let's just say, things are a bit the best ones of them all. I mean, it's just top 10 of them, best ones of them all. But let's just see our top 10. Anyways, here they are. Let's start with the 10th one. Number 10 is the explosive artifact of energy in Death Run. Honestly, I do love this quest because all you gotta do is collect 15 of them. Yep, 15. So all you gotta do is collect 15 energy cores, and once you collect those 15 energy cores, you will have to go back to the lobby and then tell the artificer, I think. Oh, the engineer. Sorry, the engineer. Telling the engineer to power up his gear, or his drill, actually, his drilling machine, to break the big pile of energy core to give you the egg. And how you get the energy cores in Death Run? Very simple. They're around the rounds. Each round there are like 7 of them. However, the reason why I'm putting this really good as a medium level is because anyone can actually get them. And sometimes the energy cores move them by themselves. They don't stand there like idols. They just, once they're near to you, they actually either avoid you, either roll, or even jump to make it difficult. For the runners, they're like 7, but the killer, or should I say the Punisher that presses the buttons to try to kill the runners, can also get them for free. There's like only 2, I think there's like 2 or 3 energy cores. Mostly I think there's 2 for the killer, so it depends, but for the runner there's more than that. So basically you just need to collect 15 of them. Every round the killer has 2 or 3, mostly 2 I think. The runner has 7. But the others can also steal it too, so you're not the only one. So all you gotta do is play rounds until you have 15. Once you collect 15 of them, you get the egg. And that's it. So, yeah. Number 9 is the lost egg of the Minery in the game Minery. This one is very interesting. It was fun. It was classic. It was pretty much a neat game. All you gotta do is mine until you see there's like a coordination. There's like an X, Y, and Z spot. Each block contains an X, Y, and Z. The egg always refreshes every time, but if there's a new pile of sand, because or digging, there's like clues actually. There's like some few of these blocks have a bluish grayish egg shape in the center clue. When you see one of those, that means you're near to the egg. All you gotta do is you need to be at the exact coordination with the egg. But you also have to talk to the quest guy to actually give you the coordinates, which is X, Y, and Z. X has, like, say, 23, with Y having 16, and Z being negative 96. Something like that. To make sure things are getting easier, the creators decided to add, I think, these blocks that have a symbol. There's an X symbol and then some gray and blue thing. This shows you that you're near to the egg. It doesn't matter how much deep you have to go. You just have to match the exact number. Once you see the egg on your site, grab it immediately, and there you go. You get the egg. It takes a lot of time for the mining, but if you're on multiple servers and trying to find the coordinate correctly, then you're all done. It depends on strategy and also how brainiac you are in this game, since this is about coordinates. You have to match your position of your coordinate with the egg's position. So yeah, on that. Number 8 is the Britannic egg, which is the sinking ship Roblox Britannic. This one is a bit of a quest type. All you gotta do is basically just... Firstly, all you gotta do to collect this egg in Britannic's sinking ship of Roblox Britannic was to talk to the captain. And then you have to talk to other players until you find the player, that the NPC actually, that has a purse. That purse, or the briefcase, needs to be going back to the captain, and then the captain will give you the egg. It's just like you talk with someone and then go to another spot and then talk with another guy. And to make things a little bit easier, since the ship was pretty much long and big, there's like green text on your screen showing you where you have to find the next person, then the next person, and then the next person. It's just talking with people until you find the egg. Basically, after you talk with 2 more or 3 more people, I think you'll talk with 4 people. First it was the captain, then it was But firstly, you will have to talk with the captain, then you have to find Bo, then you have to find Stern, and then you have to find the nurse. The nurse has the scroll. Once you find the nurse, go find the captain, and then give the scroll to the captain. Then the captain will give you the egg. Pretty much simple, but it is difficult if depends on how much you have to walk on. I do like this one, honestly, so I can kind of do consider this one a bit of an advantage on this one. So yeah, overall it is what it is on this one. Number 7 is the Ghastly Egg Ghost Simulator. This one, all you gotta do is go into a portal. Once you reach the portal, you will be teleported to a egg world, or an egg map. So basically, to also get this egg, you have to talk with Ella, Ghost Hunter Ella, to give you a golden key, I think. The golden carrot key, I think. Or should I say the golden carrot? Once you find the golden carrot, then you will have to talk with Ella to... Yes, Ghost Hunter Ella. To complete her quests to give you the key. And once you find the key, you'll unlock the door for a boss battle. Yes, according to what I know, I think there were like 7 quests to get until you manage to fight the boss. So I'll try my best to name all the 7 quests, starting right now. The first one has to be collecting 3 artist ghosts and then 1 chick ghost. The second quest is to collect Okay, sorry about that. I accidentally did the little error thing. But anyways, again, So firstly, you have to do is collect, get 1 chick egg and 3 artist eggs. Second quest is to get 10 eggs by defeating ghosts. And then the third quest is to hatch a pet, or should I say ghost pet, in the shop. The fourth quest is that you will have to take out 3 gnome ghosts and 1 flower pot ghost. Then the fifth one is to slide down to the giant orange hoop. And lastly, for the last, actually there were 6 quests, not 7, sorry. The 6th quest is collect 3 spring fairies ghosts and 1 chocolate bunny ghost. Once you complete this one with all of the 6 achievements, quests, or whatever they are, go to, you get the golden carrot, and then you unlock the door. The door will unlock you to Fluffy, which is the boss. The boss contains pretty much anything you can do. It has a force field, and all you gotta do is survive. I recommend, if you played in 2020, the hoverboard on him to make it more easier. All he does is ground pound, throwing you eggs, making an egg rolling thunder, I think. No, just rolling eggs to the side. He also has a force field where you try and have to attack it. And there's 2 ways you manage to defeat him. Once his force field is taken down, you can either suck him up since he's a ghost, or you can just hit him with your projectile that you just got in your hand. There's also another problem. Once you get, corruption to 100% by Fluffy, then you are immediately out of the boss rush and boss battle, and you have to restart doing this again. That's because in this boss battle, you need multiple players to beat it to help you out. So, yeah. All you gotta do is just defeat him and defeat his force field and make sure everyone was working together to take him down. Other than that, he's okay, but the bunny is just pretty much overpowered. Once you defeat the boss, which is Ghastly, not really Ghastly, sorry, I meant Fluffy. Once you defeat Fluffy, the bunny, then you get the badge and the egg itself. So basically, once the bunny is defeated, you are winning the game on this one, of course. So yeah. Number 6 is egg in the game. Egg. Yep, that's what it's called. It's pretty funny, honestly. This one is actually pretty interesting. It is a joke game, but I do consider this a bit fun and to be entertaining. All you gotta do is go to the forest, then you will see a portal with 3 locks, a green key, a blue key, and a red key, and there's also a temple. All you gotta do is enter the temple and get 3 keys. The first key is the red key, where you just have to make a puzzle. The puzzle is a pattern where you have to look up and it shows you how the pattern should look like. Then you just have to go across the platforms that have the correct shape. If you do it correctly, then it will open a door for you and it will show you the key. For the blue one, you have to jump down by platform all the way to a gap to find the key. Once you find the key, you can climb up to the pillars again to find the other key. The green key is very easy. They're platforming and an obby parkour style. However, it's a bit interesting since they're moving. They're not standing still. They're just moving a little bit to left, up and down, right to left, side to side. And once you collect all 3 of the keys, you go back to the portal, when you start jumping. Once you start entering the temple, there's like 3 platforms you have to jump on. But other than that, it's nothing. You have to activate the square button to unlock all 3 of the locks. And then once you enter the portal, once you climb the stairs, there is the egg called Egg. Yeah, that's how the game works. It's egg. The name of the egg is called E.G.G. or E.G.G. and the game is called By the Egg. So yeah, too many egg jokes in this one, honestly. Anyways, next up, number 5 is Egg of the Hidden Treasures in Build of a Boat for Treasure. In this one, all you gotta do is build a boat, and there's like a little red egg with spots, and there's also a nest. For this one, you have to put it on your boat. I recommend if you have like a chair that you can control yourself, and also like a propeller on your back to control your boat. And all you gotta do is survive with the egg with the red whited spotty egg. Yes, it's a red egg with white spots. And all you gotta do is survive until you reach the zone of the build of a boat for treasure where there's like a castle section. And once the dragon sees you with the egg, the dragon immediately will grab you with their claw, and they will start grabbing you to the top of the castle. And at top of the castle, they'll drop you, making you breaking the glass. And inside of the castle, there's the egg. And that's pretty much it. It is pretty fun. It is kind of difficult at first, but once you have the correct sources to build a boat, you can build like a class. Yeah, you can build it like a classic boat. You can just make out of wood, and you can just add a controllable chair with a controllable propeller on the back to succeed it. And you are freely to move your boat instead of standing still on your boat, which is good news. So yeah, that's how it is for number 5. It is pretty simple. It's just a strategy game. You need to avoid all the obstacles while landing on the castle. Sorry about that. It was just a difficult technical difficulties. Overall on that, yeah, it's just simple. All you gotta do is put the red egg with white spots. Then you have to guide your little boat to the section where is the castle. Then the red dragon will grab you if you have the red egg placed on your boat actually. And then once it does that, it'll drop you, and then it'll break the glass. Once it breaks the glass, you'll get inside the castle and you can collect the egg. Next up is number 4. We're so close to the top 3. It's called the Egg Mutation. The Egg Mutation in Bad Business. This one is also pretty easy to do it, but it is also small chance like tiny tanks. And the reason why is pretty simple. All you gotta do is keep killing your enemies until you get the egg. Yep, that's it. It'll show you a pop-up screen where the egg appears once you killed enough players. It has a low chance, so it depends on who it is. So you just have to keep killing until it shows up. And this one is pretty interesting since it could take you a lot of time, but it also could take you pretty much dependable. So I can't really blame you on that one, honestly. But overall, in my opinion on this one, you just have to do, it's like Tiny Tanks, but a bit better. Actually, way better. Because you don't know when the egg will spawn in. And now we're to our top 3. The epic, aka bronze, silver placements. Starting with our bronze, we have the round cat egg from Super Doomspire. This one is very classical and very easy too. And I really enjoy it because all you gotta do is kill 30 players. Basically, you can get stripped eggs. Yes, 30 stripped eggs. To get 30 stripped eggs, you can do it by killing players or destroying building parts. But mostly I would suggest killing the players because they're easier. So, yeah. Just do it 30 times and then you get the round cat. Very simple, very easy, but also very entertaining since the fun will never last with this one, honestly, in my opinion. It's just so fun that I can't even stop playing this game. Super Doomspire decided to just manage to make one of the more classier games, but also a bit medium. Speaking of silver place, the egg raging shark of the sea from the game Shark Bite takes the silver place. All you gotta do in this one is it is very challenging because you gotta be a player. You can't be the shark. Yes, all you gotta do is be a player, and you have to collect a key to unlock a safe. That in this safe underneath there is the egg, which is the egg raging shark of the sea. For this egg, you won't per round. All you gotta do is every round there's a shark. The shark has on their tail, basically, attached to a nod over to a lifeguard, there's a capsule. Inside the capsule is the key. The players must try to reach to the shark to get the egg. Not the egg, I mean the key. So once the player successfully gets close to the shark and manages to touch the key next to the buoy, you can either die or reset or wait for the round to get over. Once you manage to get the key from the shark's behind, which is the tail, attached with a knot to a lifeguard to a capsule. Once you touch the capsule, you get the key. You can die, you can reset. You can either survive whatever you want. Once you do that, you can go to the safe, use the key, unlock the door, and once you drop down from the ladder, you get the egg. Pretty much really easy to do it. But not really easy when the shark is not allied with you, because mostly times we all know that the players and the sharks are enemies, because the player shark just needs to be trying to be communicative to this. So yeah, it depends right now. And lastly, the legendary, or of course the gold, the number one, in my opinion, the best one to get by doing the quest, not by the egg design, is the swarming egg of the hive in Bee Swarm Simulator. Yep, you heard me right. And the quest is pretty interesting. All you gotta do is you must talk with Sunbear. After talking with Sunbear, you will then have to talk to 3 other bears, which are Black Bear, Mother Bear, and Brown Bear. And they're all having this egg hunt. Let's say their quests are pretty much just attacking 3 chicks with different abilities. Like one is a commando, one is spotted, and one is a regular one. And basically you just have to finish all their free quests. Like finish Black Bear's quest, then Mother Bear's quest, and then Brown Bear's quest. For Brown Bear, you need to also get the scissors, for also known as the clippers, to clip the wires behind him. Behind them, there's some wires. You have to clip it off. Use the scissors to cut the wires so you can fight off Commando Man, who has a shield and grenades to throw you. Mother bear and chick, who has the chick, regular chick, is pretty much easy, who doesn't have any abilities. And for the spotted chick, for the black bear, is actually at the item shop, or you can go at the, yeah, mostly at the item shop next to the hives. This chick is a bit faster, doesn't attack you, but mostly just goes fast like speed. Once you've completed all three of their quests, Black Bear, Mother Bear, and Brown Bear, you can talk to Sun Bear to get you the badge and the egg. And that is it. But before I'm starting to actually leave the thing, this one has to be the best egg quest ever. It is not the best design, but I'm not sure which one is the best design. I'll figure out maybe later or not. I'm not sure. But this has to be the best quest out of the 15 free eggs. But we also going to do something else. There are some extra items that I'm going to give with ratings. Starting with the egg phone, which was pretty interesting. Yeah, there's the extras. The first one is the egg phone, which is pretty much for everyone. I do like it, as it is pretty much just a cell phone. The design is just an 8 out of 10. For the bunny ears of excellence, I give it a 9. This one is only for players that tested the game or developed this game, so not everyone could have gotten it. And lastly, we have the egg launchers. This is for the admin, this is for the star creators, and this is for the developers. This one's called the Eggman Cannon 9000, Star Creator Cannon 9001, and Eggler Cannon Cannon 9002. And you can see that I gave the admin one a 9 out of 10, the developer a 10 out of 10, and the Star Creator at 8 out of 10 for the designs. And for the egg cell phone for design is 8, and the bunny one is a 9. So that's pretty much it. Overall, everyone, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I know it is pretty much a long one, like more than I think it's like almost 2 hours of this, but yeah, it was worth it. But yeah, I don't know what's going to be happening next, but I'm pretty much sure that things are going to be pretty much classable. So yeah, stay tuned guys for the next video. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time for more content videos. Anyways, you guys know what the drill is. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is me, Poyo, and see you guys next time. Bye! And also see you guys in the next episode with a new video. Stay tuned and peace out.